Okay, are you guys ready? We're gonna make our blueberry buttermilk scones. Not that many ingredients here. Let's roll. Okay, so we've got a large egg. Go ahead and crack that. We're gonna go ahead and add that egg to this bowl. We always crack it in there first, just in case, any shells go in. We've got a 1/3 cup of buttermilk. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in. Buttermilk adds such a beautiful texture to baked dishes. I just love it. And then we've got our vanilla. I'm gonna go ahead and add our vanilla to the mix. Whoop. And I always like to use a really good pure vanilla extract. It adds so much great flavor. We're just gonna go ahead and whisk that together. We're gonna set that aside. Now we're gonna take our dry mix. We've got some flour, 2½ cups of all-purpose unbleached flour. I've got a 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. I've got a tablespoon of baking powder and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. We're just gonna combine that real quick, give it a few pulses. I just love baking super quick and easy recipes. Here at altitude in Telluride, it's kind of hard to bake cakes and cupcakes and all that stuff, but these scones are so easy at any altitude, which I just love. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and give that a quick pulse just to combine. So guys, when we're baking scones, we like to use very, very cold butter in our recipe because it adds to that beautiful crumbly texture. So I'm just going to cut our butter into like 1/4-inch pieces. I'm gonna put it in the processor. Now we're gonna go ahead and pulse the butter. We're looking for kind of like pea-sized pieces. And then we're gonna add the wet ingredients. So this couldn't be easier. Okay, I like what I see. We're gonna go ahead and add our buttermilk mixture in. And now we're gonna pulse this until it just pulls away from the edges. We don't need to overmix because we wanna keep some chunky bits of butter to get that really nice scone texture. And then I just test it with my fingertips to see if the dough pinches together well. Not bad. Let me just pulse it a little bit more. Okay, this dough is looking great. So let's take it out of the Cuisinart. I have a little bit of flour here for my hands. We're gonna go ahead and put our scone dough onto our work surface. Let's flour our hands a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and knead this together. Just make a dough ball. Delicious scone dough ball. Okay, so we've got some fresh blueberries. What I'm gonna do is just take a good pinch of flour, and I'm just gonna go ahead and roll these berries in that flour. Start by taking a small amount of the blueberries and kind of like gently pressing them into the dough. It's okay if some of the blueberries burst. Please use fresh blueberries in this recipe, guys. And I'm always very generous with the blueberries in this recipe because I like every bite of my scone to have a blueberry. So I have a parchment-lined baking tray, okay? And what we're gonna do is take our dough. I'm gonna use about that much per scone, okay? About that. Take that and kind of like the size of like a larger ice cream scoop. I'm just gonna go ahead and press that down, and then because I saved my extra blueberries, I'm just gonna put a few blueberries on the top. So we're just gonna continue this. Flour your hands when you need to, should the dough become sticky. Okay, and we wanna make our scones, all a similar size so they bake at the same rate. Okay guys, I'm super psyched with these scones. They're ready to go in the oven. They're gonna bake at 400 degrees for 15 to 18 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. You just wanna see that they're a little bit golden brown on the top, and then they're ready to go.